I got pumped on that documentary. It was clips of that documentary I sent you about John Martyn. Just cracking up.
Oh, that guy ruled.
Dude, he's like an English singer-songwriter from like I think the 70s and 80s. And I think he went all the way to the 2000s and died, I think, a complete party monster his whole life. And like anything they'd ask him about, he'd be like, I don't give a flying fuck about that. Yeah. You're about to lose your foot. He goes, I don't give a fuck about my foot. Does Jamaican accent for a while.
Yeah, he smoked some weed.
Smoking weed. He goes, like, you must put the herb to the foot, man. Fix the foot.
And let the vapor of the herb come to my body. You see? And then me transfer it to my toe. And me exhale and all the goodness, see? All the bad humor, them come up the right leg. Them run down to the left and vanish from my toe.
He's just like kind of nuts. But like the story is he was just a musician kind of bopping around, and he met a lady who he started like dating.
He sort of looked at me and apparently he said, oh, I saw big eyes, big tits and a big ooter, and I thought I'd love to fuck that, you know, basically.
Yes.
And then she was like, yo, she was a more successful musician. She was like, you can be the guitarist in like my thing. It's like, for sure, took over the whole album.
He wasn't content to just be a guitar player playing with me. I started to write some songs and present them to Joe and say, I've got this song. And suddenly it wasn't my album anymore, it was John and Beverly Martyn.
He wrote every song, put his name on everything, performed them himself.
I suppose I could be accused of commandeering, but it wasn't like that, really. It was very much a joint affair. You know? I like to see it that way.
Party animal.
Knocked her up.
Yeah.
And then he just ended her career because she had to take care of their child. And then he just left for 2 decades, went on the road. Dude's the man.
True road dog.
True. You couldn't hold this guy down. And him and his bro, they would just get hammered and just go do shows for years until
it's the dream.
It all fell apart. Yeah,
of course it falls apart, dude, but that's the dream.
I think when he was sober, he was wanting to get drunk, basically. He was Jekyll and Hyde. He could turn on a sixpence, you know. He would just turn, you know.
He went on a run.
He went on a vicious run, and then it was funny too because it's really sad, but they interviewed one of his bandmates, and they were like, yeah, the domestic disputes were pretty gnarly, man. And he I guess he was saying they probably got physical. I don't want to put smut on the guy's name, but he was like, it was really ugly. But then they cut to him just recording like ambient soundscapes.
Fucking awful, actually. I mean, things I heard. At the same time, however, he recorded Small Hours.
So he would like get hammered and just probably wallop his wife, and then just play
sit down and chill.
You know, on like he had like this little looper thing for his guitar and just play like the coolest ambient soundscape and just cool out from fucking spazzing on his family. Dude was a man. Yeah, I mean, I can relate to fucking hitting the flute in the office.
Dude, fighting and then driving mad to the office and hitting the flute is.
He was like a really good musician, and he would work with like labels and stuff, and they'd be like, bro, you got the goods. Just make this one album. You're good. And he would go, couldn't do it. I'd have to make what I wanted. He'd make the weirdest bullshit, and it would never work out. Yeah. It was tight though. He was just like, yeah, why I could have done that. Why would I do that? I'd rather just play what I want, and then, which, you know, I'm not likening myself to JM. Obviously, he was
I see it.
But it heartened me. It was like, just do the stuff you like doing and just have fun. It was him and his bro would hit the bar, crush pints, play a show in like a theater hall, and he goes, we couldn't get back to the pub fast enough. They would go back, crush the Guinnesses. Yeah, I know.
We'd be in the pub, we'd get to the gig, we'd do the gig, and we'd be back in the pub.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it. I kept sending you all the things on the plane.
That shit fires me up.
Eventually, yeah, but it ended. The ending was rough. It was definitely a cautionary tale.
It's going to be a crash landing.
It was a complete crash landing.
Yeah.
They started the documentary. The starting point was that like he was laid up in a neck brace because he had been driving drunk.
Never
he crashed.
Want to get a fucking neck brace.
He had the brace and he crashed into a cow in the countryside and got like fucked up.
Hi, guys. Why can't we all just get along?
What is that?
It's a Minerva, my dear. What is that?
That's your Guinness.
That's what I thought. Yeah. Anyway, I was supposed to walk around.
He drunkenly
sick, dude. It's a hell of a run, dude. It's like a hell of a run.
I know. And then he just
Drunk hit a cow in a neck brace.
drunk. No, the neck brace is from hitting the cow. He
no,
got
I know.
fucked.
No, I know. I'm saying,
Yeah.
and that's how it. Like, I mean, that's a legend.
And then there's like pancreas. One of them, something exploded his spleen.
Yeah.
Couldn't drink, and then all he would do is drink whiskey and eat pickled eggs. That was the doctor like, you got to get it together. And he's like, all right, whiskey and a pickled egg diet.
I put that all down to a balanced diet. It was a balance of pickled eggs, whiskey, and beer.
Just farting himself into oblivion.
The farts, the worst farts of all time. He was a big guy at the end.
Yeah, he was a big boy.
Big dog eating fucking eggs and whiskey.
He was like if you look up old videos of John Martyn, he was just like a thin rock star type, and he became a for real
dude.
big
Whiskey
dog.
and eggs is
Crazy.
Uninvited cattle, divided nerves, deranged doctors. Aye, Claire.
Whiskey and eggs, and he had like a mangled foot, and that they chopped off at the end of the
must have
documentary.
smelled so bad.
Oh, it's crazy.
I don't really give a fuck. You want the truth of that? I really don't, you know.
Well, you don't care about the album?
I don't care about anything, really. All I would care about is getting better.
And he like was off the road for a while, and it ends with him just doing a show in a pub. He was he had like a cult following.
exactly where he wanted to be.
Awesome, dude. It's for real. He just goes
At the
back to
pub.
a small Irish pub and just fucking rips a show for like 40 people.
telling you, dude, that's heaven.
Can't
That's
get up. It
heaven.
really was.
That's heaven.
Sitting down, he can't stand up anymore.
I'm sure everything hurt, but
No, dude, he couldn't get there. And then the
Going
funniest,
out on a pub,
the funniest
dude.
part was he didn't think of any of the legit. So he just showed up and like no one had any idea where to plug anything in. He just was like, "Oh fuck, I didn't plan this out at all."
if I end up back at Kelly's, great run.
Huge, bro.
Yeah.
Sit down at the stool,
Sit there and go.
missing foot.
You guys want to hear a Trump impression? Give me another Guinness, I'll do a Trump impression.
He was, I think Eric Clapton covered one of his songs. And then he hung with like the big dogs, and also, dude, who was he? Phil Collins.
He used to stay at my house, and we'd stay up all night drinking and playing and recording. And we got very close.
Him and Phil Collins got divorced at the same time.
Oh, nice.
And just lived in a house together and both worked on separate albums, and they would be in like recording.
And there was a phone on the floor, and basically we took it in turns to sort of call our relative, partners. And there'd be all kinds of shouting matches going on, and he'd put the phone down, and then I'd go on and try and get through to my ex.
And Phil Collins was like, it was honestly like one of the saddest periods of my life, hanging out with that guy. But he goes, I got a great album out of it, and the guy was a fucking man. Bro,
Yes.
look at that. That is absolute heaven, bro.
That's Kelly's pub.
Wheelchair at the pub.
That's Kelly's pub, dude.
He's the best. He's for real the best. There he was, just slowly
He must
filling
have been
himself.
eating a ton of those eggs.
Oh, bro, he got so big. All of his live performances, he's like, you can hear how coked out he is the entire time. He's like, hello and all that, whatever. Okay, now, I've been wearing this shirt for 7 days in a row. You want to sit down and win from me? Come on now, let's do it, dude. Him and his bro did an album for a promo for an album where they were like supposed to be like boxers in a ring. Just that was like the picture. And then out of nowhere, like while they're taking pictures, he just slugged his boy.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, he was absolutely the fucking Mayon.
Yeah, come on, just put your. He's trying to show him a classic boxing pose, which to him is this, So he hits me again. I said, if you hit me again, I'm going to whack you. So of course, bang, and then it's all off, right?
Yeah, English guys get after it, dude.
Yeah.
English guys don't fuck around. Apparently, the pints in America, I've learned, they're a lost art. Getting that foam top on the beer is like a whole different thing. Their beer's more carbonated, apparently. So they overfill the beer on purpose to get that fucking.
All this talks make me want to split the G a little.